Very good job. Excellent job. Gentlemen, thank you. Put your instruments down. All right. Hopefully our balance was good on that. I think it was. Instruments were very good. Balancing was. So we're getting ready for graduation in just 2 weeks from now. So that's our graduation song to the seniors. We're going to look at the Star Spangled Banner. Learned the part work on that yesterday, so we're going to review that first, and then we'll talk a little bit about the actual song, some of the history of the song, etc. So if you can take your copy of the Star Spangled Banner. Protocol is that we stand for the Star Spangled Banner, but when you learn it, you don't have to stand. Okay? For performance only. All right, so first verse. So, I'm sure there'll be some sort of introduction on this. Everyone? And. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light, the brightly hailed and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous sky, o'er the ramparts we watch, and so gallantly streaming, and the rockets and bells bursting in air, they cuckooed through the night, and our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? The land of the free and the home of the brave. Good. If we can take the last section, please, from "Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?" That's actually, if you include "or the land of the free and the home of the brave," is a question, correct? So we're not going to break after Star Spangled before Banner. Remember, that's truly where a lot of Americans like to take that breath, and you're in that habit as well. So let's try to get out of that. Oh, say does that Star Spangled Banner yet wave? And then take the breath to the fermata right there. And go. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? The land of the free and the home of the brave. Very good. Very good. All right, so for the last few days we've been talking about some of the background of the Star Spangled Banner. And who remembers how large, there were two flags that were made, who remembers how large the smaller of the two flags was? Yeah.
17 by 25.
17 by 25. So if we remember that if we're looking at our back wall of the room, it's approximately 4 sections of the blackboard bulletin board. That would give us 24 feet. So a foot more than that in width, and about 5 feet taller than the height of the ceiling here. So that's quite a large flag. That's the small flag. The large flag is how big? Gina?
30 by 42.
30 by 42. So it's the width of this room, approximately, and twice its height. That's a tremendously large flag. And what was it made out of?
Wool.
Wool. That's right. And it's double-sided. So it's not just one layer of a woolen cloth. It's actually two that have been sewn together. And then the stars were sewn so that they were back to back as well. So it was a very, very heavy piece of cloth. That's the reason why they were so afraid when they put it up on the flagpole for the first time that it wouldn't fly in the wind, but it did. It did fly. Now, when Francis Scott Key came off of the British ship that he was standing on to watch the bombardment of Fort McHenry, and he was so inspired to write these lyrics, he wrote them on the back of a letter. We had discussed this yesterday. he wrote them on the back of a letter, but he finished them actually in his hotel room in Baltimore. He took it home and he said, well, okay, that was just a rough draft, so now, you know, you guys have done that, except remember, not any cut and paste on a computer. You had to, well, okay, I better write out a new copy. So it was all done with quill pen and ink. And then it was taken to a printer because he felt it was good enough, and others read it, and they said, okay, it's good enough. So he took it to a printer in Baltimore, and what they printed was what was known as a broadside. Who knows what a broadside is? Ian?
In regards to a naval battle, it's where a ship parallels another ship and opens fire.
It's exactly the case. And usually they got right up and close to each other and just tried to blow the other ship out of the water. And if you were unfortunate and didn't have your cannons loaded, that's exactly what would happen to you. But that's not the answer in this case. Anyone else know what a broadside is? Sir?
Is it like a piece of advertising? Not exactly like a newspaper, but almost like a small billboard?
Yes. Very good. Colonial era advertisement.